Whoa. Welcome to a rainy day in Osaka, Japan. Today I want to talk to you guys about being confident and how to be confident. I'm super excited to talk about this because when I was young, when I was a teenager, I didn't feel confident at all. I didn't feel good about myself, and it's not something that I very consciously worked on, that I didn't tell myself I have to become confident. But now I find myself 10 years later and I feel like I'm very confident. I feel very comfortable. There's really a situation where I don't feel like good in my skin and I don't feel like good about myself. So I would like to talk about that, especially because I think a lot of the advice that people give about confidence is kind of useless. It's just kind of you'll hear things like, just feel good about yourself, you're awesome, feel great, be confident, just, I don't know, look into the mirror and tell yourself you're great. And to me that I don't have much experience if that works or not, but to me it feels kind of silly, because if I look back at myself when I was 14, I felt like there wasn't really anything I could feel confident about, because let's be honest, that like anywhere between 10 to 25, you didn't do much yet. You're just pretty normal. Usually like 99% of people are not above average people in that age. You didn't have time to accomplish anything yet, so why should you feel that great about yourself if you're just a very normal person? At least that's how I felt. And I was reading so many books and watching movies and animes, and I would always pick out these strong characters and I would fall in love with these personalities that would just walk through the world with a smile and with happiness and be good at what they were doing, and they had good friends and people, and they would make the people feel good around them. And those were always the people that I looked up to, and those confident characters, and I felt like I had the potential to be one of those. But I was also self-aware enough to look at myself and be like, I have plenty of ways to go until I'm anywhere close to that. And today, thankfully, I feel like I'm a lot closer to that. And I would love to share some of the things that I think helped me actually get there. And I think the number one thing that helped me become confident was actually getting good at something. When I was 14, I fell in love with parkour, and that is the very first thing I devoted enough time to actually become skilled at. And the great thing is that gave me something to feel confident about. It gave me something that I could look at myself and be like, wow, you're doing a good job at that. You're actually doing something to feel like you're becoming better. And the awesome thing about finding parkour, it was parkour. It could be anything else for any of you. It could be drawing, it could be, I don't know, business, it could be writing, it could be any other sport. I think things that you do by yourself tend to work very well. I feel like I played handball before, and even if we'd won a game, that would make me feel good, but it wouldn't necessarily give me the same confidence as, say, parkour would do, or maybe skateboarding or writing or drawing, a skill that you really perform by yourself from start to finish. I think is an especially good tool to build confidence, because all the credit belongs to you, right? I did that, you did that jump, nobody else helped you. So for me it was parkour, but it could be anything else that you can pick as kind of a skill to become good at. And the awesome thing is, once you find a game that you enjoy, right, a game where you can test your skill and you can either succeed or fail, that is kind of a measurement for you. It's a fun way to improve. And in parkour it was so awesome because all of a sudden I would go out and I would find a challenge. Say I would find a wall that looked like Mount Everest, like it was ridiculously high, and I would tell myself, fuck, there's no way you can get up there. But maybe one of my friends, or just in a weird mood, I would try it, and maybe after 30 minutes, an hour of messing around, I would figure a way of getting myself on top of that wall. And that was kind of a profound moment of realization, where I think to myself, wow, I just did something that I thought was completely impossible, that I could not do. And that opens up a door in my brain where all of a sudden I look at everything else and I think, well, if I thought I couldn't do that, but clearly I just did it, what else in my life, what other skills, what other things are out there that I've told myself that I cannot do, but if I would actually give it a solid effort, I could do. And having a tool, having parkour to every day remind me of that, to always tell me there's more to you than you think, there are more things that you might be able to do if you explore, that was really a profound impact for me and allowed me to put myself in situations and to develop a healthy relationship with failing and trying again and succeeding and having goals and kind of just playing that game and becoming better and finding a way to progress. And yeah, I think that's a really good thing to have, especially in that age for me. I think it was super awesome. It was something that pulled me away from a lot of kind of unhealthy influences and a lot of kind of like drinking and partying and all those things that will give you very short, extreme joy and happiness. With parkour, I would have a healthy kind of way of giving myself that. And the interesting thing is that you might think, well, just because you're good at parkour doesn't mean you're good at any other skill in life. Great, you're now good at a very useless or limited use skill of being able to run away. There's not many earthquakes or lions and tigers around nowadays where that would be incredibly helpful. But the cool thing is, for some reason, that realization then translated in all the other skills that I felt like, well, parkour was something I felt excited about, and I tried it, and now I'm really good at it. So maybe actually that approach of self-teaching and learning and practice and dedication will work for other skills. And that led me to kind of pursue many other skills in my life, but it worked out incredibly well, I would say. I'm very happy that with parkour, that experience I got to do filmmaking. I consider myself very skilled as a filmmaker and photographer now. I consider myself like alright at designing and making clothing. I've taken the same kind of approach to getting good at just social interactions and everyday life and making people around me feel good and being able to make people that are close to me, that I care about, feel good. And those are all things that I care about, and I kind of got the confidence to even give them solid care and attention and treat them as a skill. I think my life has become so much better through that. And looking back now, and I feel like, wow, I'm a lot closer to those role models I had back then, and it's been an exciting and fun journey, and my life has been so much richer from it. So yeah, I would advise you to kind of find a skill that you can dedicate and that can give you that one-time experience of, wow, I can do shit that I didn't think I could do. And now that is giving me kind of a confidence from very deep inside, and I think that's a really good thing. By building your confidence on a skill, it's something that nobody can take away from you. Because say you build your confidence on, I don't know, what brands you wear, who you hang out with, where you live, like kind of what music you're into, all that stuff can change and fall out of fashion, and it's something that can disappear, and all of a sudden your sense of self-worth is kind of gone, right? Your confidence is gone because that's what you built it around, is all these outside influences. But for myself, with all these skills I have, I feel like even if I'd lose everything, that's still something I carry with me. Even if I'm old and all of a sudden I can't do parkour anymore, all those challenges, all those fears, all those things I faced are still with me, and it's something I can build my confidence on, and I can walk around. Like I walk around the city, and in a weird, like, egotistical way, I feel like, oh, I can do something none of these people here can do. And even though they might be better at many other things, that is something I can ground myself in that group of people. Even if I walk into a room with people that are way more successful than me in many other aspects, to have those skills, that really gives me a confidence, and it also gives me a confidence where I'm able to say, hey, I don't know that, there's many things I don't know, but these are the things that I'm good at. And that's really awesome to have that, and to know I can kind of have that with me for the rest of my life. And that's really awesome. So yeah, I think that's a really, really big key for confidence that helped me figure it out. And I think it's a little bit more actionable than just to pretend that you're confident. I mean, those things help. I think it helps to work kind of on your posture, to sit up straight, to stand up straight, to feel better about yourself. But the most essential key for me has been to find something that you can be good at. And don't worry if you don't feel that at 14 and 15, because to be fair, you didn't have enough time to be good at something yet. That to become fucking good at something takes years, a decade, longer. So just find something that where you can see, now I'm playing that game of improving myself every day. Try not to compare yourself to other people. Try to compare yourself to who you were yesterday, and just make sure you're getting better at something. And that is something you can then feel good about, and yeah, hopefully it will make your life a lot better. So that's my little talk for today. Let me know if this helped you. I'm excited to share a lot more of kind of those things that I think I accidentally got right in my life, and that got me to where I am now. And now I look back and I can understand a little bit more why I did what I did, or why those things felt good, and how you can maybe replicate them. And that is, I think, something substantial for me, that if I wouldn't have done that, nothing else would exist in my life right now. So yeah, take care, and we'll do something a little bit more actiony, more exciting on a less rainy day.